and stuff. So I'm Ashka Colton, the dating detox expert. I work with single ladies who are tired of dating and struggling to find the right kind of guy, and I take them on a dating detox, and they learn how to love themselves, how to value themselves, and how to reconnect with themselves. And as a result of their work, they stop making the same mistakes in love, they step up in love, and they start to attract better guys and true love to their lives. So I've just finished running my dating detox experience course, and the topic of boundaries, which is very important, came up, and the ladies started to ask me, how to stick to them and how to carry on the path to true love, to not to give in into like kind of flings and temporary romances with some kind of guys who are not serious about them and all that stuff. And I could give you lots of exercises and I could give you pointers and suggestions and tips, but it all comes down to one simple thing. You need to keep saying no to everything which doesn't meet your needs. You need to keep saying no to the guys who are not serious about you. You need to keep saying no to the guys who don't deliver. You need to keep saying no to the guys who don't give you what you want, or at least call them out on it. Because if you are with a person who doesn't give you what you want and doesn't deliver what you expect them to do, you will be constantly struggling. But because you won't be getting what you want, but you will also like to educate the person, and it will be tiring. It will be exhausting to be in a relationship with someone like that, because it's already a sign that your values are in misalignment. You don't value the same things. You don't understand the same things the same way, which means there will be lots of struggling in a relationship like that. A guy either gets you from the beginning and he knows how to please you and how to make you happy, and these things, in my opinion, shouldn't need to be explained and kind of asked for, or he doesn't get it. And if he doesn't get it, you will naturally want to change that and make them give you what you expect from them. So it's a struggle from day one, in my opinion, and I've been in relationships like that and they are not fun. It's much easier if you are compatible in the most important areas and you have the same values, because you just both get it and there's not much work to be done. Obviously there'll be more work done in other areas, but you have to know what your non-negotiables are, what is really important to you, what you want, what you don't want to compromise on. And I'm talking about big things which, if you compromise on them, you'll be losing yourself in a relationship. So think about what you have compromised on in the past, which made you lose your power in a relationship. So you don't want to compromise on these things, and you want to pay attention to the values. The guy needs to get you. So there are a few things which can happen when you are dating someone who doesn't give you what you want. They might not be giving you what you want because they are not serious about you. And if you call them out on it, two things can happen. The guy can either step up and suddenly realize, okay, she's got strong boundaries, she knows what she wants, she's a keeper, I really like her, I want to respect her more, and I want to give her what she wants. So he can step up. Or if he was never serious about you and his intention was just to plod along and have fun and see what happens, whatever, he might completely disappear, because it will mean there's too much work for him and he doesn't want to invest himself into the relationship, and he won't deliver. So either way is good, because you help yourself determine whether the guy wants to be with you and wants to take it seriously and wants to take it further, or the guy is not really into you or not enough into you and he wants to go somewhere else. Either way is good, even though it can be painful and the decision is not easy, but it has to be done in order for you to experience happiness in your love life and find the right person. And there's another thing you can do. if it is too much work and it feels like dragging and it's tiring and you constantly have the talks and you ask and you explain and it's not happening, you can just leave and help the guy make the decision for you. Because if he's not delivering, if he doesn't give you what you want after many conversations, it's not happening, it means you are not compatible and the guy is not really serious about you and he doesn't want what you want, and you really have to be honest about it, because otherwise you'll be wasting your time and you wake up 3 years later and you will start blaming him even though it was your choice all the way. And so you can shorten your struggling and you can speed up the process of finding the right kind of person, but making these decisions quickly. And if you notice that something is not working and the guy doesn't get it and it's just hard work, it means it's not working. So I wish many more women got it, because I can hear stories all the time. And I used to do the same kind of mistakes. I used to make the same kind of mistakes by sticking to the guys who couldn't really give me what I wanted. And I knew deep in my heart, and my intuition was screaming, Ashka, it's not working. It's not going to last. You're wasting your time. But still, I was so paralyzed by the idea of being single that I kept choosing the wrong guys, and I kept choosing to stick to the wrong guys in hope that one day they would just realize how valuable I am. They would just start loving me. They would start caring about the relationship. And it never happened. It never happened. And one day I just made a decision. From now on, I'm not gonna allow it. I'm not gonna allow it into my life. So I kept saying no to so many men, and that I did lots of dating, and I kept saying no for many, many years to everybody who didn't have what I wanted my man to have, who was not serious about our dating enough, who wasn't getting emotionally invested like I was. So when I noticed that something wasn't right and my intuition was telling me, I acted on it. I never ignored it. And I kept saying no, 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 when it felt like a no. And I honored this wisdom within me, and I never ignored it, and it led me to my current partner, which felt like a big fat yes, and it felt completely different to the previous dates and previous guys. And this is the path of determination. You have to be determined. You have to know what you want. You have to know what you deserve, and you have to follow your inner guidance, because otherwise you will be wasting lots of time. You'll be struggling in your relationships. They won't last, and you won't be able to create what you really want to create in love. So it's up to you, my dear. It's not up to you guys. We can't control the external environment. We can't control the dates, how men behave, what they want to give us, what they want from us, and how much they want to get involved. But we can control our behavior, our choices. So we have to start making different choices and different decisions in our dating, in our love life, to get to the guy who is actually compatible with you and wants the same things as you and wants to love you just the way you are and wants to create the same kind of relationship as you want to. So it can only happen if you make brave decisions and if you follow your intuition, if you keep saying no to any man who doesn't deliver and doesn't give you what you want. I know there will be many women who tell me, but how it's difficult. Yes, it's not easy, but I'm not saying what I recommend was easy for me. It was a long path to true love, and I had to go through so many mistakes and rejections and disappointments, and my heart got broken many, many times, and I had to make many difficult decisions because I was seeing the guys who I knew they were not 100% committed and they were not getting involved as I was, and often I had feelings for the people, they didn't reciprocate. So it was a long path to love. through lots of bumps, but finally I got to a place where I was ready to attract the love of my life, and I've been with him for the past 3 years. And this relationship is absolutely different to my previous relationships. And our values are similar, our dreams are similar, our approach to bringing our child together is similar. So things are just easier. And when you find the person who is right for you, things will be easier. So if you are fed up with struggling, if you are fed up with your love choices, if you are fed up with constantly wasting time on the guys who are not investing in themselves, into relationships, come and talk to me, because you need to do some work to step up in love and start attracting different guys, start allowing different guys, start saying no to the wrong ones so you don't waste more time and you're more deliberate and intentional in your dating. And this will lead you to the right kind of guy. Let me know if you have any questions. I can see a few people. I don't see any comments. Let me know if you need any help. You can PM me directly, or you can leave me a comment and I'll get in touch with you. And please be more resilient. Don't give in. Don't give in into the crumbs of love you sometimes get from the guys. Don't let them to mislead you and drag you on and on with some kind of promises they never deliver. Because this is already a sign the guy is not serious. You're falling for words, you're falling for the promises. You need to look at their actions, because they tell you the truth. If the guy is really invested, you will know it. You won't have any doubts. If the guy is really serious about you, you will know it. You won't have any doubts. This is how it works when men fall in love. Keep well, my darlings. Thanks for joining me, and I'll speak to you probably next week, because today's Friday. Ciao!